welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the sneak peek gender test. Before you all start jumping to conclusions, no, I am not pregnant. This is from when I took the test back when I was pregnant with Ellie, which was a little over a year ago. It was in like the beginning of June of last year. And I get quite a few questions on it, and so I just thought, why not just make a video about it? I know that when I was getting ready to take the test and contemplating buying it, I watched a bunch of YouTube videos just to kind of see what others' opinions were, try and see people's experiences, and so I want to do that for you guys. I apologize. I look like a mess. First of all, why aren't dresses more breastfeeding friendly? Like, literally I have to be completely exposed to be able to nurse her. And why can't I find nursing tank tops or bras that will go with this dress? It is so hot, and I'm at home, I'm sick, and I just want to be comfortable, so I threw on a dress. But I look ridiculous. I just got out of the shower. This is literally the only time today I have to film this video. I have a super busy day today, so I need to just get it done. Thank you, Ellie. Are you done eating? I think she's finished. Ellie's still in her pajamas. Like, literally, we are just getting up and about, and it's the only time. But look how ridiculous this looks. Like, I look stupid, but I'm at home, and I'm sick, and I really just don't even care. Say hello. So the sneak peek gender test. First of all, I'm sure you guys all want to know, I want to start off by saying it was correct for us. This test is extremely accurate. You can get this test done at your doctor's office. It's just called something else. Don't even know what it's called. They test for more than just the gender, but Sneak Peek does it specifically for the gender. And how they do this is what they're testing for is a male chromosome in your blood. So this is a blood test. It is a blood test that you have to do at home. So if you are not fond of blood, or blood makes you queasy, or you pass out, I absolutely would not recommend doing this. You also can't have help doing this. You can't have somebody else do it for you. You have to do it alone. Otherwise, you risk contaminating the results. You can take it to a lab, and the lab can do it for you, and then you can send it off. But I think there's only certain Sneak Peek labs around the United States, and there isn't one here. I'm not sure if you can take the test to just a LabCorp and have them do it for you. I do know that they have various Sneak Peek labs. But what I want to say is do this by yourself. Watch videos, look up the instructions and things like that. Make sure that it's something that you're comfortable doing. I took a phlebotomy class, so blood does not bother me. I know how to draw blood. I know how to do the finger sticks, so I was completely comfortable with it. So if I remember correctly, Sneak Peek offers two options. You can either do the 7-day test, or you can do the 72-hour test. I'm super impatient, and I wanted to do the 72-hour test. So that's the one that I did. Obviously, it's more expensive, but you get results a whole lot faster. So I did that one. I ordered it. They sent me my package, and now I read up on this a lot before I did it. You have to make sure that you don't do this test around any men, and that your surface is completely sanitized. You don't want to do this in your bathroom. You don't want to do this in your kitchen. I did this in our bedroom on my dresser, and I made sure before I opened the package, of course, that the thing was sent in, and then I left the Sneak Peek box in its original wrapper. I didn't open it at all until my area was completely sanitized, because I had so many men in my house. I had Brandon, I had Brayden, I had Dominic, and then at the time we had a male roommate. And so I didn't want to contaminate the result the test with any male DNA, because that's what they're looking for in the test. So, someone's coming. So I made sure to completely sanitize my area first. I also washed my hands, and I got this tip from another YouTuber. I don't remember who it was, but I got undressed. So I took this test in my bra and underwear. I was not going to risk any male DNA getting on anything. Another thing that I highly, highly, highly suggest is before you even start the test, take out the instructions and read the instructions, and then make sure that you wash your hands. They do give you a little scrub brush. Make sure you wash your hands very well. I think it's like minimum 2 minutes, and I way exceeded that, because I was not about to get any male DNA. I was not about to get a false male result. I was determined to make sure that I didn't contaminate the test, because most of the ones that are wrong are a contaminated test, and it's the user's fault. It's not the company's fault. It's not the lab's fault. It is totally like a user error, because they aren't sanitizing enough. They're having someone help them. They aren't washing their hands, and so just things get contaminated, and it's very easy to do that. So make sure that you're very cautious. You make sure you sanitize very well, you wash your hands very well, you scrub under your nails a lot, because what's the point in paying for this test, getting these results, and then it's just wrong because you got it contaminated. So make sure that you read the instructions first. It goes very quickly, and you want to be prepared for what step you have to take next, because you can't just sit there and read through the instructions as you're going. You have to do it very quickly. So read the instructions first, and then I actually did everything. I actually laid everything out. That way it was there for me. It was ready for me. I got my Band-Aids undone. If you don't and you are bleeding everywhere, so you're going to have, some people bleed a lot and some people don't bleed enough. So they actually give you 3 lancets so that you can prick your finger more than one time. You can do it 3 times. But some people don't need that. I only needed to use 1. Some people have to use all 3 of them. It really just depends. Make sure you're very hydrated that day. If you aren't hydrated, then it's going to be very hard for you to get blood. You need to be hydrated in order to have that blood flow. So make sure that you drink plenty of water that day. And then make sure you really pay attention to where you're pricking your finger, because that's important too. But I laid everything out. I got my Band-Aids open and ready to go. And I just made sure that I read the instructions very well. And so that really is like the most important thing. Make sure you've sanitized your area. Make sure nobody's helping you. Make sure that you have read the instructions, because the smallest little error can completely mess up your test. Make sure that you're scrubbing your hands very well, and if you have to do it in your brown underwear, do it in your brown underwear. I did it, and it worked out great. So basically you just take the test, you prick your finger, you put the blood into, they give you like a little vial, and then you put it, they have a bag for you to put it in. You put it in the bag, and then they have like this little, I think it's like a little box, if I remember correctly, that you put the tube in, and then you mail it back. They give you a self-addressed envelope that you can mail it back to, and you just drop it off at the post office. They send it back. You don't want to put it in one of those little drop boxes for mail, you know, like the big blue mailboxes. You don't want to do that, because if you leave it out in if it's too hot or too cold, it can affect the blood sample. So don't do that. You want to actually drop it off with the post office and have them send it out that way. That way you can make sure that the blood isn't, your sample isn't tampered with, or the heat or cold doesn't affect that sample. You send it off, and then depending on what you paid for, whether you paid for the 72-hour result or the 7-day result, you get an email. And let me show you the email. I still have it. It's super cute, actually. So it says here, your sneak peek results. Oh God, can you even see that? Your sneak peek results are in, and then it has like this little window. Shoot. Let me show you. So it actually like opens. Let's see if it'll do it. Come on. And it opens like that to say congratulations, you are having a baby girl. Or a baby boy. I was so ecstatic. I called Brandon and I was like, oh my God, you have to look at the email, because I think we were going to look, I don't really remember. I think we were going to look at it together, and like I looked at the email and it opened, and I was like, oh my God, like I didn't realize it was going to open, and I was completely ecstatic. I have to say, I absolutely recommend this to you if, like I said, you can handle blood, if you can make sure to follow the instructions, if you can sanitize correctly, if you can do everything correctly, and not mess it up, I guess, then I absolutely recommend it. If we ever had another baby, I think I would do it. You can do it at 9 weeks. Do not do it any earlier than 9 weeks. Otherwise, you can totally get a false result. You have to be 9 weeks to get it, at least 9 weeks. If you're over 9 weeks, you can do it. But minimum, you have to be 9 weeks along to do it. She's just stealing the show. But the one thing that was kind of like a con to it was that I knew her gender so early that like my pregnancy felt so long. And everyone kept saying to me, well, it might not be correct. It might not be correct. And that annoyed me. Like every time I'm like, this test is so accurate. Like it's so accurate. And it's more likely that you get a false male result than a false female result. The false female result will come if you've done it too early, and the false male result will come if you've contaminated your test. So I 100% recommend this test. I think it's awesome. Another nice thing is that if they were wrong, as soon as baby is born, you can send them a copy of the birth certificate and they will refund you. It does take a little while to get that refund because you have to wait until the birth, but that's the only way that they know that they were truly wrong. So that is nice too. They will give you a complete refund, and that's how accurate they are. They're willing to refund everybody that was wrong. And if you look at the statistics, of how many times they were wrong, it's not very many, and most of them are user errors. So, Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back. We will be back on Saturday for another one. I'm hoping to be back on track. I've been sick and not feeling well, so I didn't post a video this past weekend, but I'm hoping I will get one up on Saturday. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you guys can keep up with the Aguirre Family Chaos. My Instagram is linked below in the drop box. Make sure you guys follow me there, and we will see you guys Saturday. Bye guys!